Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. On Tuesday I did a video showing how to make this cute little box to hold the citronella tea light candles for out in the garden, and I said I would be back today to make a matching card because I thought it was a nice wee gift to give along with a bottle of wine as a wee thank you. Maybe when you go for a barbecue to somebody's house with this lovely weather, we're all getting invites of all sorts. So the card that I made to go along with it has simply used the wee bits that I've punched out of here. Why bother wasting them? I had the yellow card, or the lemon lime twist card, circles, and the wee spotty in colour Call Me Clover green, and I did a lot of stamping using the lovely Daisy, Delightful Daisy stamp set, and it just is perfect because you can add your own wee bits and pieces and grasses and wee tiny flowers along with your own 3D flowers on top. And of course the big thank yous in there too, which is perfect for the top of the card. So that's what we're going to make today, and that'll finish off your wee gifts. So you'll have that handy if somebody comes along and says, would you like to come to a barbecue? So let's get started. I'm going to start with the flowers because we need to make those. These are 3 of the 1 1/8 inch circles that I had punched out from the previous wee candle boxes. So I'm going to need 3 of the 1 3/8 circles to go behind it. So just use up any scraps that you have if your circle fits into it. You're going to need 3 of them. So I've got another wee bit of card there. Just punch another few. Whoops. So 3 in total. That's all you need. So I'll put these punches up out of the way. So where'd that one fly to? We have the 3. So with these here, I'm going to just face up. I'm going to put them on my soft mat or my firm mat and run my embossing tool around them just to give them a wee bit of shape. It's out of camera and I don't want to point the camera over because it's a mess. So I'll just show you how it looks once I do it. It just takes seconds just to give it that wee curl, and it'll sit up a wee bit better. So just do that with the 3 of them, and it just gives it a nice wee shape to work with. That's it, and then we just need to layer these up. So I do have my, somewhere, I don't know where, I'll go with these. These are really small, they're not just as good as the dimensionals, but I had them set out, but I don't know what I've done with them. Oh, there they are, hiding them. Okay, so either put 2 of your wee tiny squares or 1 of your dimensionals, which works out better for me, to be honest. Just centre those into the green, or the lemon lime twist. 1 dimensional, and centre those in the middle. And it is nice, in real life you'll see it does sit up nice, so it does gives it a nice wee 3D look. Just with that wee bit of shaping. Now they're a bit dull without that, so I have myself 3 of the plain white card candy, which I've had for years. And that's about all I'd use them for, is the centre of flowers. The company that made those, I think, has now closed. But I have a right collection of them. The white ones are perfect because you can actually colour them with your markers to match if you wanted. So that's our flowers made. I'm just going to put a wee dimensional on the back of those, and that they'll be ready to pop on the card when we do our stamping. So that's the easy bit. Great to use up the waste that you had. I had a wee bit less because I've obviously made 2 cards now, one to show you and 1 I'm making now. So get yourself a card. The card I'm using is a piece of Stampin Up Whisper White, folded over, and it measures 4 3/4 inch square now, so it's a wee square card. And I'm just going to stamp directly onto this because it works perfect with this. And I'm using my, if you were buying one of these, you would buy the Stampin' Up one. It's called the Stamposaurus. This one is just one I've had for a couple of years now. So that's what I'm using. So we're going to start with our stamps. And I want the big long one with the leaves on it. It's a pretty long stamp, but you can arrange it. I'm going to set the thank you there as well. So you're going to know the thank you is sitting here, oops, at the top of the card. And you'll need one of your flowers to help you measure where to put this. So you're going to want one maybe there, you know, position yourself and see where best, what looks best. Say one high, one low, and one sort of in between. So we'll start with this one. It doesn't really matter if you're straight or not, because you know this is where this is going to go. So take your wee flowers out and position that to hold your stamp. So I'm going to stamp the thank you along with it. You can do the two at once. And I'm using Lemon Lime Twist ink spot. You can't, I don't think you can get the wee ink spots out of this catalogue, but you can get the bigger ink pad of the same colour. I'll have all those details on my blog for you. So the glory of these Stamposaurus is, look, I'm not happy with that at all because it didn't take fully on the ink. I might actually have to buy a new ink pad. But this allows you to go back in and fix all that and build up the layer so that you get the colour that you really want. I'm still could add to that, but I'm happy enough with this, so I'm going to move this one. Actually have my wee spongy thing here to clean this. You can get one of these too. That is a mess, but it doesn't do it any harm. You just keep squirting it with water and it cleans your stamps up for you. So now I'll probably flower back in. So I know that one goes there, so I'll have to move this up because it's on the ridge. Okay, we'll just leave that then. I did a boo-boo there. It isn't too bad, it's just a bit faded looking, but I need this to go up, and the chances of me positioning that back are slim. So we'll have that one about there. You can maybe tilt it a wee bit. It doesn't actually have to be spot on straight. Make it look like it's leaning over in the wind. And again, ink up the part you need. That's grand. And your last one then, pop that there, and you'll know you want this one right here. There's quite a bit of stamping in this, sorry, like it is tedious to watch probably, but it does give a nice effect. So that's that one done on that. So the next one we need to do is the grass. There's a wee, what did I do with those stamps? Oh, your head's a marley. There it is. There's a wee grassy bit that I want to use. It's this one, and you can actually use the bottom and the top. I've used the top, but I haven't bothered putting it on this. I'm still using my board, but I'm putting it on a wee block this time. And I'm doing them in a darker colour. So I haven't got the Call Me Clover ink pad, but I have got the Stampin' Right pen, and you can use it as just as well as anything else. So just add the bit of colour and just pop it down. And then do the top bits first. Anything you go over, just wipe it with your finger. It comes off so easy. Just use the side of your brush and add that, and just change the direction of it. Don't have it all go on the one road. And just keep adding that right across your page, different heights. Doesn't look like much yet, but you'll build it up. Just keep building it. You're really just creating your own wee scene here. You could add different things, different kinds of stamps that you have yourself, and just build it all up. It is fairly quick, but just remember just to tilt it, you know, reposition it in different directions just so it doesn't look all uniform. Now, that's pretty good. So I'm going to turn it and use the thick end. I know it comes to a blunt cut, but if you're careful, you can, you know, tilt it again, put it at a wee angle, and you're going to cover a lot of this anyway with the wee flowers, so don't worry too much about it, but it builds that thickness up and gives it a real meadowy look. Quite a bit of stamping, as I said to you. I might as well finish it while I'm here. There's no point in showing you half a card if you want to have a go at it. That is a great wee stamp set, but that Delightful Daisy, you should get it if you do like, you know, doing wee gardeny scenes or flowers, and it comes with the punch, a big daisy punch, and a stamp and all with it that you can actually punch the leaves of the, or stamp the leaves, sorry, and then punch the whole lot out, which makes a lovely card on its own. I think I have a couple done on my blog if you're interested. The link will be down below and it'll show you what the big daisy punch does. I mean, it makes a card on its own, it really does. Great for if you're in a hurry. Cards, you know, I like to have a wee stash of cards because, oh, somebody is celebrating something, or somebody has done something for you, you just want to say a wee thank you. Yes, if you're a card maker, you need cards. So we'll leave that one there. And we're now going to use, there's a wee tiny stamp in here that gives you the look of wee flowers. Where is it? There, right at the end. And I'm going to use Daffodil Delight to add a wee bit of yellow to the bottom there. Sure you can make that out, but you'll see it just adds a wee bit of height here and there. Just try and line it up to a couple of the wee stems, and the bottom ones will fill in anywhere at all and it'll look perfect. It does, you know, again, it's just really easy to follow along. It just adds a wee dribble of colour. Keeps stamping over my end there. Be careful, that looks like a wee butterfly. I might have to add a few wee wings there and turn that into wee butterflies. So any mistakes, make them happy mistakes. You can see it's all building up now to what you want it to look like. Nearly there. Now that's not bad. So because it's still very light there, open up your card and be careful you don't get the bottom. And just get the brush side of your pen and just do wee feathery strokes like grass, and it gives it that bit of depth at the edge. If you did this with your card closed, you might get some in the back end of your card, and you don't want that. Just wee flicking motions. It just adds a wee bit of depth to that, and the dark colour of the Call Me Clover is just really good against the lime green of the stems. I hope I'm not boring you all to death here, but this is a great wee technique to learn. Now, that's more or less it finished, so I'll close this over and I'll come back and clean that later. So what you need to do now is add your flowers. We have 3D on the back of these already. Just pop them on where you're happy. It really is a simple wee card to make, and you're making it out of leftovers, and it goes perfectly with the wee citronella flowers. I'm happy enough with that. I think it makes a lovely wee gift. That a box of sweets or a bottle of wine, depending on what the people like themselves, but I think it's a really cute wee card. So quick and easy. I know the stamping is a wee bit tedious, but it's good practice for you. And as I say, I've made a couple of wee boo-boos there, and you could just easily turn those into a wee butterfly. Let me just show you. I'll get my brown. This chocolate chip Stampin' Right, and just use the narrow side and just put a wee line. I think you've turned it into a butterfly. Same with that one. I'm whispering here, really moving the butterflies. It looks like tiny wee insects now. Which means your mistakes are disappeared, and it doesn't matter. You know, people will not even realise. Nobody's perfect. We all make wee mistakes when we're stamping. And stamping's kind of permanent, so I think that is really nice. I like it myself, so I'm very happy. And I'm sure if you zoomed in there, you might see that. The wee tiny mistakes there, I've turned them into wee mini butterflies. Sorry, that's a bit blurry, isn't it? Yep, they're like wee dragonflies actually. So that's it. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll give it a wee go. And just remember, don't be throwing out your punched out scraps. Keep them. Use your imagination, turn them into something, and make it all matching. And you have a nice wee gift set aside for whenever you need it. So all the details will be down below in my blog link. And if you need any other information, you want a catalogue, or you'd love me to be your demonstrator, I would love that even more than you. So thanks for dropping by, and I hope you subscribe to my blog. Bye.